What's up guys, Pavel Barber here with Rezztek. We're testing this guy out, a replacement for your tape. It weighs half as much as tape. It's definitely more durable, lasts about 8 to 10 sessions. I've used it 8 times. It's holding up extremely well. I'm only on my own, kind of on the ODRs. This is how it comes in the package here. You see we got 2 sets. You got your forehand and backhand. Even though I have a max height blade, it fits very well. I don't need it at the top there. Nothing on the bottom. We will talk about that later. We'll talk all about the reason why this might be better than tape for you and what I think of it. So let's get to the review. So my first time using Rezztek, I did feel like on these quick touches, it was kind of gripping and flipping the puck like that. But after using it my second time, I didn't feel that. I know it always takes a little bit of time to get used to a new product. There is maybe a little bit more grip on this than tape, but nothing like those other ones like blade tape, which we have here, we'll show you later. That one grips it way too much. Great for tricks and all that, but not very good for stick handling. This one feels great for stick handling, and you can see on the bottom, there's nothing there, right? It's bare. I was thinking, well, won't that damage the blade? But in reality, a piece of tape isn't really gonna protect this very much, and it actually feels great. This sliding on the ice like this is a great feel. So I've actually been with my tape sticks, taking an X-Acto knife and stripping the bottom and leaving them bare. I really like those for stick handling, and I think a few NHL players do that as well. And then just for shots, it feels great to load up. You really feel it gripping the puck on the release. So this is blade tape. So this one is kind of rubbery, okay, kind of a rubber surface. This gets snow off so easy, and that's why I love it on those ponds. But for stick handling, I don't like these at all. You know, to be honest, stick handling with them, there's just far too much grip. And I think that's what Rezztek found when they were testing this out as well, is when doing these, it just kind of, on these quick touches, it kind of flips it a little bit more. Even when you're not making any errors, it kind of grabs the puck and flips it too much. Now it's great for these tricks and all that, right? It helps you kind of grip the puck a little bit more and almost less feel because the thickness of it. You can't really see it, but it is quite more thick and heavier as well there. So definitely really good for tricks, but for stick handling, it just does not feel good. Flips the puck way too much. So as you can see, both the tapes kind of look similar, but you can see this one just a little bit more grid to it, and it definitely has more grip. And then this one is way thinner and definitely lighter. Now I'm just going to show you a really good thing with both of these blades that they do well, is getting the snow off. Just very easy to get the snow off. Very simple, and it doesn't stay wet too long. You can easily just kind of dry it off like that. Whereas with tape, that is a little bit harder, right? So same thing with this guy. We don't have too much on here, but just getting the snow off, simple and easy with both of these guys. And there are a few NHL players using this currently, some big names, Chara, Roman Josi, Tyler Bertuzzi, just to name a few. So there are guys getting into this. It is quite new. Kuznetsov was using it. They actually made a special ADV version where it had a hole in it as well, but then Kuznetsov stopped using that ADV. So now we've got a tape stick and we've got Rezztek, and as you can see, there's kind of no tape on the bottom. I tried to kind of take that off just because, as I said, I like the feel of it. So both these are the same curve, same lie, same weight, all that kind of stuff. One's just a Project X, one's AX9. Tape still feels quite good to me, and it's, you know, something I've used forever. Tape's been around for 100 years and hasn't really changed. Just in terms of the feel with tape, it does feel great. I'll never deny that with tape, it feels very good. I think that the issue I have with tape that I think Rezztek does better is it lasts longer. You can get the snow off quite a bit easier. When this gets damaged by water, the tape, it rips very easily. So sometimes your second shift, you might notice a big slice through it or whatever. Rezztek is supposed to last you 8 to 10 sessions. Okay, using this in a game, so 8 to 10 games using this. I think it could actually last longer. They're probably underselling it a little bit just to make sure they're not over-promising, but that's one thing you won't have to worry about too much. In terms of the weight, Again, it's 50% lighter than tape. I don't think it's something you really notice too much when you're stick handling, but it is nice to know that it's going to keep it a little bit more blade light. And for those of you who use less tape on your stick, I really think you're going to like this. You don't notice it very much, and you get the benefit of having enough grip to stop the puck from spinning, because we always hate when the puck spins on our blade. We're getting ready for a shot, right? Just keeping it tucked in the toe and not spinning on your blade there. All right, so we're going to use Rezztek for this first one. So if we're comparing this to a stick that has wax on it, with the waxed ones, if you wax it really hard here, it just grips the puck too much. This is less than that, so it's like you put maybe a light bit of wax on here, but nothing too grippy. When I wax my sticks, I usually just do the toe and I do the bottom just to stop the ice buildup. It makes it easier to get the snow off of the heel and the, those parts of the blade. And I do like added grip here. I don't like added grip here because I'd rather it be more slick, because this is the majority of my stick handling, heel to middle. And I actually want it to not grip the puck too much, because I don't want it to grip and flip it or anything like that. But I do want the added grip there on my toe drags or any movement like that. Now, Rezztek didn't just make a material without thinking of the science behind shooting. So when we think about regular tape, it creates friction between the blade and the ice. Rezztek, of course, does not have any tape on the bottom, which allows the blade to glide smoother on the ice and quicker, which is something I really, really like. Rezztek is also designed with extra grip so that the puck stays on the blade a split second longer, and that's able to create a little bit more spin on the puck when leaving the blade, which leads to higher accuracy and less puck wobble. And when you feel Rezztek, you'll notice it is quite thin, and this allows the energy to transfer from the stick to the puck without as much energy loss in between. Feels great, man. Like, I don't have a hard shot. It's somewhat accurate, but with this guy, I love shooting with it. And Rezztek did actually conduct an independent scientific study which invited 13 hockey players ranging from very skilled amateur players all the way up to professional NHL hockey players. And they all shot hundreds of shots, wrist shot and slap shot, with regular tape and then with Rezztek. Now, they had high-res, high-speed cameras recording shot speed and puck rotation. And the results were that Rezztek adds approximately 3% to the average shot speed and 6% to the puck rotation. Now, those might seem like small numbers, but any small increase in those margins, which are very noteworthy statistics in the realm of shooting, is obviously a big plus. The study was also redone inside a renowned stick manufacturing hockey lab with the same results. All right, so we're going to compare this guy to the blade tape, see how good it is for Zorros or anything like that. Just kind of comparing the grip you would get from this. So this one, not as grippy. You can still Zorro, you can still do this, but if you're going to do like a trick where you're doing that, it might be a little bit harder to whip it around or keep it on the blade. There's not as much grip, which is good. Again, for stick handling, you don't want too much grip, but moves like this might be hard. It might slip off a little bit more than those grippy ones. So you can see here, if I grab the blade tape, a little bit more grippy, a little bit easier to do moves like that. But with this guy, 8 to 10 sessions using it, it's a big benefit. You don't have to worry about retaping it every single game. When I was playing, I taped it every single game. I always hated when there were creases or little chips in the tape, and with this guy, you don't have to worry about that. So big plus, of course, with tape. They're not too expensive, and you could always retape it. I know a lot of you guys enjoy taping. We love taping our stick, making it look cool, But if that's not for you and you hate taping your stick all the time, definitely a great option with the Rezztek. So the composition of Rezztek is basically 4 layers. So you have a strong adhesive with a clean and easy removal. You have a super strong fiber mesh for maximum durability. And then the third, you have a resin for minimum energy loss and maximum flexibility. And then of course, on the surface, we got that grip surface for better puck control and shot accuracy. And Rezztek is good on all sticks. So whether you're using a CCM, Warrior, True, Bauer, whatever you got, Sherwood, they are good. They'll fit on all of them, as I said, even on the max height blade. They fit very well, super easy to install, super easy to take off. Okay guys, here's how to install the Rezztek. Number 1, you're gonna wanna make sure you clean your blade. You don't want any residue on there that's gonna lead it to stick any less. This is a brand new stick, it's very clean. I'm good to go. Number 2, you're gonna wanna line it up, make sure it fits. You can see here, there's one with a red marker, one without, so you can tell them apart very easily. If I take the red marker one and try and put it like this, it's upside down. If I put it like this, the heel end is at the toe and the toe is at the heel. So this one is actually for my backhand, okay? So you can see on the backhand side, fits quite well there. This one would then be for my forehand. Now the third part is we're going to take the adhesive off and we're going to apply from the middle here. So we see the sticker on the bottom there. We're going to peel this off. All right, so I'm going to hover it over here, line it up, make sure it's at the spot I want. I'm going to start from the middle and then I'm going to fan out. So we apply from the middle first, make sure it fits, and then we fan out there. And then we have it 1/8 of an inch here, about 3 millimeters from the bottom is ideally where we want this. Maybe other people have other preferences. That's what's advised and that's what I like. And then we're gonna take a rolling tool and we're going to roll it out just like that. So you can see it nice and clean, no creases whatsoever. So they do have this rolling tool. If you don't have a rolling tool, anything round will do, a puck will do. So you can just go like this and roll it on just like that so that the adhesive sticks nice and firmly to the blade. All right, so I got 2 Rezzteks on here. This one is brand new. This one's been used. I can feel this grab it a little bit more, especially on these quick touches. Just grabs a little bit more, but still feels quite good. And then this one that's been used many times, not as much grab. So just a little bit of use and it kind of wears off a little bit in a good way. It still grips the puck very nicely for shots, toe drags, all that stuff. And Rezztek can currently be purchased in all Pure Hockey locations on purehockey.com, and they already started distribution in Canada in cooperation with Nash Sports, and it will be available shortly in all the big hockey retail chains. And then lastly, custom Rezztek will be available at www.rezzteknorthamerica.com. I'll leave all the links in my description. All right, guys, there you have it. Pleasantly surprised with the performance of Rezztek. I do want to test this out more to test out the durability, but the feel, the control, how it compares to tape. I could definitely see myself using this. I'm going to continue to use it. Definitely encourage you guys to at least try this. Tape hasn't been changed in like 100 years, maybe the composition of the tape, but nothing has really come around to challenge tape nearly as much as this. As mentioned, blade tape didn't do a great job on the field, so no one really used it in games. Great for tricks, but this, NHL players are currently using it. I could see way more players using it. I'm definitely gonna keep using it, and I hope you guys like the review. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bar down.